What's going on, guys? My name is the Afk Obby, and today you can try the mobile UI rework 2.0. Let me get this Herbie board real quick. Pet. All right. Now, when you're accessing this beta, you actually have to convert your save. So if you level up on the beta world, you will not level up on the main world. They make it a really good point to say that. So if you do want to use your normal account on there, you have to go down to your settings, select gameplay, and then scroll down to the new beta worlds. It says here you'll be able to convert a save for use on the beta worlds from a regular world or reset your current beta world save for a fresh experience. Without a converted save, you will be shunted back to Tutorial Island with the rest of the noobs. What's up? Oh, it was so cringy. Although, since this is a beta world, you'll be offered a handy teleport to the mainland if you'd like to start your adventure right away. And then they list the worlds that you'll be able to access. Australian 585, German 586, UK 587, US West is 588, US East is 589. And then once you're done playing in that beta, you just literally switch back over to a main world. Now I know what you're asking. Can I shut up? Yes. Let's talk about what's new. Now with the screenshots I'm about to show you, it is taken with like a specific device. So fair warning, if you are playing on like a different device, it might look different for you like spacing wise. But if you have anything bad to say, just say it in my comments. I want to see all the bad things you guys have to say about Jagex. Maybe I'm just stirring the pot. I don't know. That was more of a teacup. We're fucking stirring the pot. But in this beta, there is some pretty major changes. They did kind of revamp the UI. It's giving it more of like that old school feeling. So it keeps it fresh, you know what I'm saying? And they weren't kidding. Look at this comparison. Old, new. Old, new. And I know you can't tell what's going on because I went kind of fast. So here they are side by side, and let me point out a couple differences. Some things you can look out for and we're going to discuss are the loadouts for the hotkeys, side stones returning to the left, and that is going to be accessible via an option, but it is turned off by default. NPC highlights and edit ground items hotkeys have been added. Realignment of the visual elements, those are going to be tidier and they're going to be more aligned. And chat filters button is removed and it's moved to a long tap option. Those are the main changes that you'll see. Now with this UI loadout, I know we joked a little before, but let's actually take a small dive into it. It's time to get serious, okay? With the old one, it looks how I typically know it to look. That's just how I envision it in my brain. But the new just seems more vibrant. To quote them, they say it's a new coat of paint to keep that old school feel fresh. I'm looking at it with the mini map out. Things look to be pulled out a little bit. Everything's wider, like the health bar, it's like wider, it's more, they're like bubble options. Same with the prayer, it's like a bubbled, the run, everything's not like squared away. I noticed that the icons look smaller or they just have a wider space, one or the other. All the hotkeys are to the left, and it really does just look fresh. Not sponsored, okay? Not sponsored. It looks good. I'm loving that new chat pop out. It looks like it's gonna be easier to switch tabs like in the chat. And they do go into more detail about like the hotkeys, everything that's shifted off to the right, how everything's spaced, all the chat options. So I'm gonna go through and give you guys some summaries. I know a lot of my screen has just been me standing here. I'm gonna try to play more as I speak, but it's probably just gonna be more of me standing here doing herbivore. I just do a lot of standing. So they say that in these side stones, I am gonna put like a GIF right here. Oh, wrong side, dude, that's so embarrassing. Okay, yeah, like over here. And it's gonna show you that these, I gotta stop trying to point to it. I'm literally going, whoa. But in the first column, that's everything that you're gonna be using in like high level gameplay. Like it's things that are more intense. Inventory, what you're wielding, prayers, spellbook, attack options, questing. And then it's looking like it might be like, you know, your hotkeys. I'm doing this down here. So it turns out it's not a hotkeys option. If I would quit jumping to conclusion, I would obviously see that it's a button to open and close to give more room. Press it open, press it close, press it open, press it close, press it open. And the logout option is now in the upper left-hand corner, which is new. For the first 100 days, I'm just gonna close out of the app. I'm not gonna realize it's up there for quite some time. And I'm okay to admit that. So now there is like a toggle option for 5 custom hotkeys. And in there, you can put like a vast array of like settings or actions. You know, they're like similar to like the F keys that you have on your keyboard where it kind of like switches to like your equipment loadout, or it'll switch to a prayer book, switch to your spells. I've got a lot of hand movement going on tonight. And this does not look good, dude. Oh my goodness. But it looks like it's going to have even more features than you can set on like a desktop. So that's interesting. Maybe I'll just set my logout into a hotkey. Big brain, big brain. And it does look like you can set your inventory to open up on the left side. It'll still open on the right side, but you can have the option to have it open on the left side for a hotkey. But there is like an option that you need to enable for that to happen. Again, you can set up 5 hotkeys. They even mentioned that you can set up like the same hotkey twice if you want to give yourself like more, more click area. So for me, I'd put log out 3 times in a row just to make sure that I see it. We're getting old. We got to log out, brother. Someone called me old for doing that. I'm only 29. How old do you guys think I am? And then they do start to showcase some video footage. I'm not going to roll that on here. I am going to have this linked down below so you can check out the newsletter whenever you'd like. But I will go over what I see in the videos. But in the video, they do go over the NPC highlights and the edit ground item hotkeys. I love that they're going to have that little like RuneLite edition where you can like plus or minus if you want to see this freaking item highlighted. My like one gripe about mobile when I do get on, besides the autocorrect that happens all the time, does that happen to anyone else? I'll like type some words and then in the middle of it, it'll start like replacing words and like backing words off. And now I realize that I do sound old because it's probably such an easy option to find. But I'm like, why's my words keep disappearing? What's going on? We're not old. We're not old. But the NPC highlighting key lets you tag NPCs. Important. You know if someone has like a moneymaker like wyverns, skeletal wyverns, anything else you need to highlight an NPC with? Let me think of something. Maybe you're catching butterflies. Where my butterfly catcher's at? Yep, dat me up. Maybe the ham members that you can pickpocket. Interesting. And then it looks like you can even customize the appearance of the highlighting. Okay, now the new version of the pop-out panel that they have, it's pretty clean. This is the pop-out panel that will have things like XP tracking, ground item indicators, and all the future additions that they plan to add. And the indicator that they have now, it kind of like disrupts everything that's going on like on your right side. This one sits at the bottom left-hand corner. And it also has 3 modes: hidden, full, and mini. By now you've already seen the GIF. You're going to see full, hidden, and mini. Not in that order though. Who's the mod who did that? Help me help them help you, you know? You guys will see full, mini, hidden. So the full obviously will give you like much more information like per square space. It'll give you as much as they can fit into that small space of the screen. And then like the compact mini will just show you like one feature. It's a nice minimalistic style. So it's used to keep track of like one small piece of information. Maybe where the logout button is. I don't know. That's just our shtick for the video. And then hidden is just literally the button that lets you expand it. I like it. Picasso. Is that what the kids are doing? Picasso. Now the new chat box. Again, the chat box is like my only gripe. Besides all the ground items that's on the floor, the chat box is rough. Chatting is rough. I am rough. The entire chat can be collapsed. So it gives you more gaming space. And now you can long tap that bubble to set a chat filter. Ooh, and they say in the future the chat will have a clipboard support. So for you old people out there, clipboard support means copy and paste. Hopefully. Because if not, we're stupid. And the chat has been made slightly more narrow. This is to make up for the buttons obviously on the side. But the whole chat, all in all, with the buttons does take up the same amount of space as before. And then with the mini map, all they did was they took the minimalistic approach. They pretty much just rearranged it. So now it just looks cleaner and it takes up less space. And then lastly, there's now a haptic feedback. Now, if you don't know what that means, like me, you can now choose between a low, medium, and high haptic feedback settings. I believe that's just how it vibrates. Someone tell me if I'm wrong. They say it's to give the right pack for your punch when gaming on the go. Now, if you do take part in this beta, of course there's going to be a survey. So you'll have a chance to tell them about everything you experienced in the beta. Tell them if you like it, if you didn't like it, what you liked, what you didn't like. Tell them if this video made you happy. And I have the same right now. Here's my survey questions. Did I stand around too much in the game? Did I mention the logout button enough? Am I old? Did you enjoy this video? Did I move my hands around too much? And did I ask too many questions in my survey? Let me know the answer to your survey questions in the comments down below. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll know if I need to glue my hands to the desk. I don't know if I need to glue my eyes to the screen. I like to look at you guys though, even though I'm just looking at a camera. But I like to make eye contact. Is the eye contact weird? Should I stare at my game the whole time and just play? Maybe I should do that. Woo! Alright, have a good one, guys. I appreciate you. Let me know if you guys play this new mobile beta. I think I might give it a try. But I'm afraid I'm going to level my attack or something, so maybe I'll do it on a different account. Who knows? Alright, see you guys.